Hello techies. Welcome to our brand new video series focused on helping you get the most of your experiences in life. Before we start the video, let's know about Upptalk. Upptalk is a live, interactive platform for software training, furnishing robust personalities who could take on universal business platforms.
For workflow, we will be going in to manage all the job based on the job. Now we want to go and create a workflow, so we will go and type workflow here. So we want to go and create a workflow for any of the MBF, obvious. So let's take something for the MBF object, something as any object we will go and take. Let's take a gap layer. So we have to mention some code also. Okay, MBF workflow for let's take. Okay, and just copying it. You paste it here. Okay, if we want to have the translation in other languages, then we can mention here the translation. Okay, when customer will provide us the name. Okay, that is one thing. Then we are not using right now because it is not a mandatory field, but in the last session we have explained each and everything about all the features here. We will directly going into the approver section and we will go and I will be using for the training purpose, taking the position. And let me go to my Excel and let me type workflow. Okay, so here the topic which we have covered in the last session. I have taken some sample approvals. Okay, so those sample approvals. I have taken the position ID. So I will be copying this position ID. Because the approver type, I have selected a position. Okay, then I will paste it here. Okay, and remaining. I am not doing anything. I am keeping it very simple to show you the process. Exploding. You can able to explore by changing various edit transactions levels. Also, you can able to go and change position, and here I am taking the position when you people will practice, you try to create, when you have your own data. You can use your data under for creating the dynamic role also and for the dynamic group also. Okay, and here I am taking the another. This one. So position. Okay, and the third one, the plural type. Also, I am taking the position. Okay, and the CC role. So in the CC role I am not taking contributors. So in the CC role for the final notification I can go with external email where I can mention my email so that I will be receiving the final email notification update. So I have an email ID. Okay, this is the ID which I just using for the workflow. And I will be saving it. So I created a workflow. Whenever for the name they have probably division, somebody is going and creating or changing it. It should trigger the workflow. And who all are the approvals, that level of approval? So I have already added in the approval section and final notification. I will be getting in the external email. That is my email. Okay, so this is the first step. The next step is to assigning the workflow. Assigning the workflow. Okay, for assigning the workflow. Where we need to assign the workflow. Because what is the object which we are trying to execute? It is a division. So where this division define, it is defined between the configure object definition. Right, so I will go to configure. I will go to configure object definition. And in the configure definition, I will be selecting the object definition. What is the object which we were doing, created for the workflow division? Right, okay. So once I have taken for division, I will scroll down, and here we have an option that is called lesser workflow route. Can we see here the workflow looking option? Is there? Okay, so in the workflow looking we need to add the workflow which we have created. Okay, so I am just copying this. Okay, I assign that workflow to the workflow routing under the division. Okay, under the division. Okay, and after that I will save it, because for the MDF object we have an option. In every object we have an option, that is, for the floating, and we can able to assign that for a flow. Now, after assigning the workflow, we need to go and do the testing. How we will go and do the testing by creating the record. So for creating the record we have to go to where the MDF object has been created. The records are created in managed data. Right. Defining the MDF object is done in configure object definition and creating the records. We are doing it in managed data. Okay, so let me go here and let me go into division. Let me take some data. Okay, then we have two main children division code. Okay, so for specifying the division code, let me take something. Okay, so let me take. so let me take position. Okay, so let me take position. Okay, and let me select a business unit. Okay, and now I will feel conceived. So if the workflow is not assigned, it will save automatically. If the workflow is assigned, it will restrict us to save because it requires the approval from the approval. Okay, so it will come save. So we can see here, it is not allowing us to save, but it is triggering the workflow. Okay, so who are there in the workflow? That also it is showing in the list here which we have taken as the position. And who is the CC or to whom the final notification will be sent? That email ID also will be showing here. Okay, and after that, if we as an admin, if we want to know the name of the workflow, if we can keep the cursor here, we can see the name. The workflow will be also reflecting here. Okay, now I will be submitting this so that it will be going to the first level of approval. Okay, so I am just. Okay, and I will be keeping on confirm.
Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel. For more information, contact us at sales@upptalk.com.